Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Rebecca, and I represent LOGON Software Asia, and I am the Regional Sales Manager. Today, we will be exploring the Next Generation DLP solution by Zakurion and what differentiates us from the competition. And feel free to use the Q&A box to ask questions. We will try and answer all your questions at the end of the session. So let me start by introducing LOGON Software Asia. So LOGON was established in 1993 as a pan-Asian software distribution company. Our focus is cybersecurity. We mainly operate in Hong Kong, India, Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. Our technical teams are trained to provide implementation services, training, and consulting to our customers. I shall briefly cover our portfolio. We focus on value-added services in the areas of application and infrastructure security. We offer managed VAPT services, VAPT on-prem solutions, access to a bug bounty platform, and powerful threat intelligence feed. To ensure secure infrastructure, we offer MFA, SSO, ITAM, and EASM solutions and services. Since 2015, we have experience in implementing various DLP solutions. But when we looked at Zekurion's technology, our company has decided to dedicate all our DLP initiatives with Zecurion. So during this brief session today, you will understand why we are extremely excited about Zecurion. And Zecurion has announced their partnership with LOGON effective April 2022. Zakurion DLP solution and our services are available through LOGON's partners in each of these countries we operate. I shall now request Dr. Alexey Raevsky to present Zekurion's Next Generation DLP technology. Over to you, Alexey.
Thank you, Rebecca. Can you hear me? Everything is good?
Yes, it's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you everybody for joining our webinar. We are very proud of our partnership with LOGON, and we are committed to bring our latest technology, Next Generation DLP, to Asian market. We see a great perspective there, so we think that our webinar will be helpful for you in terms of education, in terms of making acquaintance with the latest technologies, and also in terms of new ideas how to better use those new technologies for you or maybe your customers. So first of all, let me introduce Zecurion. We've been established in 2001. We're focusing on internal security. We have offices in Moscow and New York, but currently we are significantly expanding to the Middle East and Asia. We have more than 10,000 customers, from small and medium businesses to largest enterprises in all industries, all verticals, all market segments. Our products have been featured by Gartner, IDC, Forrester, and other analyst firms, and received many international awards. We have 3 products in our portfolio. Data loss prevention is our key product. It's the main topic of our today's discussion. And also what is also interesting is Secure Web Gateway. This product would also appear in our today's discussion as it was the part of the DLP suite some time ago, but then we decided to develop it as a separate product. But sometimes it appears during discussion and drafting DLP implementation schema. Here you can see several awards which we received recently. Cybersecurity Excellence Awards, Gold status. In 2020, SC Magazine evaluated several DLP solutions and rated Zakurion DLP 5.0 out of 5 and gave us recommended status. Also in 2020, we've been included in top 10 fraud and breach prevention solutions by Enterprise Security magazine. We have a lot of customers. Actually, most of our customers currently in Russia and Europe and in the Middle East. But we have biggest customers up to hundreds of thousands users. Our product is true enterprise level, and it has all relevant enterprise features which could be used in big organizations. Okay, so it was an introduction of Zecurion. Currently, I would like to explain our next generation DLP idea. But to do so, I would like to remind you couple of basic facts and trends for the DLP market. There are three driving forces on the DLP market. Those are regulatory compliance, intellectual property and trade secrets protection, and internal security and forensic investigations. First two driving forces were identified by Gartner kind of 15 years ago, and it's a classic representation of the DLP market. And third driving force appeared recently. It's kind of natural evolution of the DLP market, and it's the natural evolution of the DLP system. But as it's appeared recently, and not all vendors actually reflected those trends in their products and their offerings, we call this next generation DLP as it differs from the classic DLP approach, and it allows to have much more benefits, much more value from the DLP system. I said evolution, and actually the development of the DLP market is an evolutionary process. Compliance DLP was the first in the market. It's the simplest and most basic functionality. Then it's evolved to more sophisticated IP and trade secret protection DLP. And then internal DLP, internal security DLP was kind of latest top level of this evolutionary process. A little bit more details on each class. Compliance DLP is able to control limited features and channels. Usually it's embedded feature in another product. For example, cloud security gateway or internal or email security gateway. And this product is relatively easy to implement and maintain because compliance is always a burden for any organization. And they tend to spend as least resources as possible for compliance. So compliance DLP is the reflection of this approach. It's cheap, it's simple, but in fact, it's not able to prevent any serious internal data breach or internal fraud. IP protection DLP is more sophisticated as it helps to solve real business task rather than compliance. It helps to protect proprietary information from data leakage. It covers full range of data leakage channels. It's a standalone product with advanced content detection technologies, such as fingerprints and machine learning. It requires more attention during deployment and maintenance, of course, because compliance is the same in all organizations. Personal data, for example, is the same in any jurisdiction, in some certain jurisdiction or in some certain industry. For example, financial data or I don't know, for example, Singapore data privacy law. The requirements are the same within this territory or within the industry. But to protect proprietary information, you need, of course, to spend more time and more efforts for the proper DLP setup. But in fact, it's the transitionary class to the next level because IP protection, it's just a small part of much broader scope of internal security problems. And internal security DLP has all features of previous classes, but on top of that, it has advanced features for forensic investigations and internal controls. It's the powerful tool for security officers, and often we call this money loss prevention rather than data loss prevention, because this tool, those features help to prevent real loss of money. I will explain this in the end of the presentation. So please don't leave us before the finish. So we can compare two DLP ideologies, compliance ideology and internal security ideology. Compliance, as I said, it's not intended to protect any information. It's intended just to demonstrate that the company took all necessary measures to prevent potential data breach. So when the company has some data breach, they can say that they have DLP in place, they have all proper policies and something like this. So they made their best efforts, and they shouldn't be fined or some other or penalized by some other ways for such data breach, because it was kind of coincidence or some bad luck or something like this. In contrast, internal security DLP is a kind of organizational level big brother. It knows everything, it watches for everyone, and in fact, it's able to protect. It's able to provide some certain level of internal security. I repeat internal security term almost on every slide, and you might ask me why internal security is so important. I would like to refer to the global study on occupational fraud and abuse, which was published by Association of Certified Fraud Examiners 2 years ago. Actually, it's the biannual report. They just published their report for 2022. It was just recently, so I didn't have some time to check this report and update the slides. But actually, this report is also highlights well my idea. So those guys analyzed 2.5 thousand cases of internal fraud from 125 countries, and they found that the total loss due to occupational fraud and abuse was more than 3.6 billion US dollars in those cases. So average loss per case was 1.5 million US dollars, and it was kind of 5% of annual revenue, which organizations lose every year due to occupational fraud and abuse. It's the huge number. For a big organization, 5% could be the amount of net income, 5% of the revenue. And you can imagine that organization can just double their net income just by reducing or eliminating internal fraud and abuse. So that's why we call this as I said, this is a real problem which could which could lead to real financial losses, and that's why we call the solution money loss prevention rather than data loss prevention. So Zakurion DLP is able to address this internal fraud and abuse problem with our next generation DLP concept. While classic DLP protects from data leaks only, Zecurion DLP is able to protect from much broader scope of insider security threats. Of course, you can address data leak prevention problem with Zecurion DLP, but on top of that, Zecurion DLP helps you to detect internal fraud, reveal employees' misbehavior, conduct forensic investigation, and at the end of the day, it helps you to improve internal security posture of your organization and not to be part of this sad statistics. And to do so, we provide a number of unique features which most other DLP vendors don't have, and which make Zecurion DLP actually next generation DLP. So first of all, we have advanced intelligence capabilities. This means that our system provides much more information and much more knowledge for security team comparing to classic DLP. To do so, we keep full archive of files and events in a single database. Comparing to classic DLP approach, they keep archive of security incidents only. And in our case, you can, so for classic DLP, the security officer needs to anticipate in advance some scenario of internal fraud or data breach and create a security policy to have the information in the archive. In our case, you have all information in the archive. And when you create a new DLP policy, you can apply this policy to the existing archive and see if the violation of this policy had happened in the past. But what is more important, as I said, based on this archive, we can generate new knowledge, new information using data mining and big data techniques. And this information could be quite useful for internal security team. We have user behavior analysis. So it's the important feature, which I will cover on the next slide. Also, we have emotional profiling, so we can evaluate not only behavior of users, but also their emotional dynamics. We have also connection diagram, which you can see on this slide. So for every user, you can see the network of their contacts on the diagram. And this feature is extremely helpful for security investigations, as it helps you to find some hidden connections within your organization. As to the UBA, we have several features for user behavior analysis. First of all, we calculate UBA index for each user. And you can see the dynamics of this index, and you can analyze, you can set up alerts on some significant deviations of this index for every user. So you can see the system would alert you when the user's behavior significantly changes. So you can watch for this user behavior in more details, investigate a little bit and see if it's normal, if it's something usual, or it's some dangerous behavior. Moreover, we have risk-based assessment. So for every user, we can calculate risk index, risk level, and you can have list of users sorted by this risk level. This means that you can have top 10 or top 20 or top 50, whatever, most actually users with most risky behavior, and you can easily understand which users you need to pay more attention to. We also have behavioral profiles. So you can create, for example, profile for R&D department or for tenders department, procurement department, and see if how the behavior of some certain user corresponds to this profile. Also, we have detection of anomalies. We recognize 10 or 15 different anomalies, such as activity at holidays, first remote connections, first use of the new device, and so on. We have advanced control capabilities, so we can control not only data leakage channels, but also we can control some other aspects of users' activity, and this helps us to capture more information about users and to understand better what's going on inside the organization. We have keyboard recording, user sessions recording. Those features could be quite useful, for example, if you need to collect some legal evidence to escalate the case to the legal department, to the police, to the court, I don't know, whatever. We have application control, which is actually a feature, not classic DLP feature, but could be quite useful. For example, if you need to disable some dangerous applications, such as games, messengers, torrent clients, Tor browsers, and others. We can also monitor not only what's going on inside the computers and networks, but also the surrounding environment. We have microphone and webcam recording feature. This means that you can start record from microphone and webcam on any computer at any given time or on any event. For example, if the user starts some certain application or connects external USB drive to the computer, you can start such webcam recording. This could be quite useful to better understand what's going on inside your organization, and also this could be also used as a legal evidence. For example, you can have some logs inside your DLP system that your user did a copy of some sensitive information to the external USB drive. But the user could say that it was not him or her. Someone stole their password, or someone used their unlocked computer or something like this. But if you have a couple of shots from webcam attached to the incident during this copy operation, this could be quite useful as a legal evidence. We have a kind of revolutionary feature, screen photo detection. This feature detects attempts of users to take a photo of the screen using their smartphones. We analyze the picture from the webcam using artificial intelligence-based algorithm. And with this algorithm, we can understand if someone places a smartphone in front of the computer display. In this case, you can set up a policy with wide choice of reactions. You can alert security officer, save webcam image and screenshot to the incident, data, block user account, and so on. To protect from taking photo of the screen, we have also screen watermarks feature. It's not the protection in literal sense because it doesn't protect, but it could be a good showstopper for the users, as this watermark displays username, timestamp, and other information, which helps to identify the user. So the user might decide not to do the photo of the screen, as this photo would contain all information about this user. We have incident response workflow module. It's the enterprise feature for bigger organizations with internal security teams consisting of more than 2 guys. This feature helps to collaborate inside the internal security team. This module, actually, it's a kind of Jira task tracker or similar task tracker. It allows to create new investigation, assign tasks to subordinate security officers, control execution of those tasks, attach incidents and files to those investigations from DLP archive, write comments, and do other collaboration stuff. So to summarize what I said above, there are compliance DLP, which helps to provide compliance. There are IP protection DLP, which are able to provide compliance and protect sensitive data from leaks. And Zecurion DLP provides, of course, compliance and protection of sensitive data from leaks. But on top of that, it gives much more benefits for our customers and partners. It helps to reduce cost of investigation. It's able to identify employees' misbehavior, misuse of organization's resources. It's able to reveal internal fraud, financial manipulations, embezzlement, corruption, espionage, and other dangerous things that could lead to real financial losses. That's why we call this Next Generation DLP and also money loss prevention. So those were kind of unique features of Zakurion DLP, which most other DLP vendors don't have. But also Zakurion has all classic DLP functions, and I will briefly describe those functions right now. So Zakurion DLP consists of 3 classic components: traffic control, device control, and discovery. And also in recent version, we added also 4th component, staff control, which also not a classic function of the DLP, but it could be quite useful when you add this functionality to classic DLP functionality. Our product exists since 2005, but we totally rebuilt in 2014. So currently it's the 2nd generation of the product and version number 11. So there are no legacy code. We totally built this using new technologies and unifying architecture concept. So currently it's the modern looking solution with sleek user interface and helpful features and different modules which tightly integrates with each other, but also are able to work alone. So with Zakurion DLP, you are able to control all possible data leakage channels. We have omni-channel policy approach, so you can create one policy for different channels and to choose different actions for different channels. Our policies support file content extraction and analysis. For the system management, we have single web console with customizable dashboard and iPad application. As I said, we have full archive for investigation and retrospective analysis, and also powerful reports builder to work with this archive. We have flexible access control. It's also enterprise kind of enterprise feature. So for bigger security teams, you can assign different access to the console for different security officers with different access rights. We have 13 different deployment options. So actually it fits any IT infrastructure without significant changes. So there are more details on the DLP policy. I will not spend more time, a lot of time here. I just wanted to mention that, as I said, our policies are omni-channel, so you can define rules and conditions and apply those rules and conditions to all channels or to one channel or to any combination of channels. And also you can set different actions for different channels. For the policy, you can use 10 different content detection technologies. We provide all classic set of content detection techniques, similarly to other DLPs such as keywords and dictionaries, morphology, templates and regular expressions, and digital fingerprints. Those are exact matching algorithms. And also we have probabilistic methods based on machine learning techniques. We have two algorithms, Bayes and support vector machine, which are good for detecting different sorts of information. Some of them better to detect text documents. Some of them are better to detect, for example, source code. So it's there are actually many options for different types of documents. Also, we have image templates algorithm, which is based of artificial intelligence. It's quite interesting feature. It helps you to detect images with some certain templates inside them. For example, you can detect if the scan of document contains signature of your CEO or corporate stamp or letterhead. And also this algorithm is able to detect some structured images, for example, passport scans or photo or driver license scan or something like this. We have two OCR engines supported, and also we support manual inspection for quarantine. Little bit more details on DLP architecture. We have endpoint agent, which is able to detect, which is able to control all possible data leakage channels. For network channels, it's also possible to control it on the gateway level. All information from those modules goes to the archive. And there is a security officer who works with this archive. This guy can review incidents, generate reports, conduct investigations, and do other relevant tasks. We provide centralized management of the system inside the organization through the policy server. This server stores actually policies, settings, content libraries, dictionaries, and all necessary stuff. And these settings are sent through the network to the DLP modules. Also, we have installation server. It's the centralized deployment tool. We provide a centralized deployment tool, of course. Actually, we support all standard centralized deployment tool, such as group policy or Microsoft SCCM. But sometimes it's helpful to have embedded feature for centralized deployment and management of the endpoint modules. So this module is able to deploy endpoint agents through the network. And there is a system administrator who manages those servers. This guy can change settings, create new policies, and do other management tasks. We have also discovery server, which is necessary to do inspection of centralized location of confidential data. So what I would like to highlight on this diagram, first of all, those server components could be deployed on one physical or virtual server box. So you don't have to deploy 5 separate servers for some small installation. So for the POC, for example, for the small deployment, for the pilot project, we need just 2 computers, one for server and one for endpoint. Of course, if you need to scale up your deployment, when you have a bigger amount of computers, of users, different modules could be deployed on different computers. What is also important is that those 2 guys could be actually 2 different guys, or this could be more than 2 guys in security team. As I said, we have flexible access rights, and you can create different rights for different users. And also this could be one guy, so you can combine all privileges, all rights in one user role. So there are a little bit more details on every module, but I will run over briefly. Traffic control is necessary to control internet traffic, email, web-based mail, social networks, messengers, and so on. What is interesting is that we can control most modern messengers such as Skype, Microsoft Teams, WhatsApp, and Telegram. Device control is necessary to control peripheral devices and printers, which are connected to endpoints and network printers as well, of course. So you can create 2 types of policies here. First type is device-based policy, which is applied to the whole device. For example, you can allow some kind of removable drive or block, or have read-only access. And also you can have content-based policies here, which means that you can block some certain document based on its content to be saved to external drive, and allow some other document without sensitive content to be copied to external drive. We have also here encryption of files, so you can encrypt all files which are written to external drive, or some certain files with some certain content. Discovery is necessary to detect improperly stored confidential data. It's able to scan endpoints and servers for such data and alert security team. Staff control is the 4th module, which is actually not a typical part of the DLP functionality, but it's quite helpful in current massive context of remote work. And as it helps to evaluate employees' productivity, provide their discipline supervision, and generate their activity logs, activity reports. And what is more important, it provides more information for the user behavior analysis. So UBA module provides more more precise information when this module is on. But basic functionality of this module is to evaluate employees' productivity, generate timesheets, and evaluate other aspects of users' work time. So this is deployment diagram. I will not spend a lot of time here. I just wanted to remind you that we have 13 different deployment options. We have endpoint agent to control all data leakage channels. And also we have some options for gateway integration and gateway options. We have ICAP support to integrate with existing proxy server. We have our secure web gateway module, as I mentioned in the beginning. We can work as a plugin to Microsoft Exchange. We have our own email gateway, and we have more options, more integration options, which I don't want to spend the time for. So I'm almost done. Couple of use cases. Allianz insurance company. They have 7,500 licenses of device control, mainly for compliance purposes. So it's not quite interesting. Second use case is more interesting. It's internal fraud use case. We participated in the investigation of this use case. So I cannot give you the name. I cannot mention the name of the customer, but I can give you the generalized internal fraud scheme to better understand how it appears in practice in life, and how it's necessary to investigate. So our customer, they managed the oil refinery plant, and the group of insiders somehow organized that the products of this plant sold to fake intermediaries with significant discounts. Those set of bogus firms, which existed only on paper, resold products to real customers for normal price. And the price difference was pocketed by the members of this group. And this price difference, actually, this was the direct loss of this organization, and it was kind of revenue of this group. So as I said, we participated in the investigation. So we managed to discover that some internal group, including one C-level guy, engaged in suspicious communications with external contacts and exchanged irrelevant documents. Based on the information that we helped to collect, organization undertook financial and legal audit, and they discovered that actually this was a fraud scam, and the organization was losing $25.2 million US annually due to activity of this group. So it's a significant amount. It was around 3% of this organization's revenue. So based on the information that we helped to collect and on the results of this audit, organization fired 3 key members of this group, and they filed a lawsuit for the compensation of damage and initiated a criminal case against those guys. So this is the case how we helped to save tens of millions of dollars to our customer. So that's all from my side. Actually, we have some time for the live demo. I would like to pass presentation to Artem. He is our head of pre-sales, and he will show you how our system works in life.
Oh, thank you, Alexey, for your detailed introduction. May I kindly ask how many time we have in this session for the live demo? Do we have enough time? Lisa, do we have how many time we have? Okay, let me share Zecurion demo environment shortly, briefly. I will try to explain you how the system will store all necessary and captured data and documents. You will see how the system operates with the logs, reports, behavior analysis, and other Zecurion tools and engines. Here you can see Zecurion Web Management Console. Security guys, security officers and engineers will have this access point to connect to the system repository. There all captured data, documents, files, and logs will store. And these guys will have this customizable homepage with the set of info panels and widgets. All these widgets are clickable, and you can navigate around the system logs and reports. What is also interesting here that Zakurion report, Zakurion repository, Zakurion DLP is user-centric DLP system, and for each monitored guy, for each monitored person and workstation, system will create his personal profile. And here in system management console, you will have personal profile for this guy, for this person, and system will collect all captured logs, documents, files in this system profile. Here you can also see the set of tabs, and each tab will collect relevant logs, and will specify the retrospective analysis and data mining with the captured data. You will see here behavior analysis diagram for that guy for the certain for the certain timeline. We will also have here a connection diagram. System will evaluate user connections, user routes, how the traffic flows, how the document flow around the network and teams and departments. You will also have here the anomalies detection tool, and the system will put here red flags if someone will do something abnormal. You will have here notification and alerts from the system. And also you will have here emotional state recognition tool. This emotional estimation tool will calculate 8 dimensions, 8 parameters about guy, his behavior, his emotional state, and you can evaluate the patterns. You can evaluate the you can evaluate the dynamics, how these triggers changed. Also here we will have a risk assessment tool. This tool will display the risks. You will have these timelines for last 30 days. About the guy, his policy, his risk levels for any particular days, and also you will have here the set of key calculated parameters about this guy and his activity. And the last point here is the typical DLP summary. You will have here all policies, all events, all incidents by policy, by channel. You will see it here in this dashboard, and you can navigate around the channels and around the protocols and see any particular protocol, any particular channel, and estimate the incident, estimate the incident profile, how the system evaluate the data, how the system evaluate the system log, and you'll see here the snapshot from the user webcam and screenshot of user workspace. In that particular time, the incident was created. In System Management Console, we have more than 2,000 of pre-installed logs and reports. Do not waste your time describing each of these logs and reports. Just to demonstrate you a couple useful things, the first is a camera detector tool. This tool will help you if someone will try to make a photo of the screen on his corporate workstation, system will recognize these attempts and push warning alerts to the incident response team. These guys will see if someone will try to make a photo of his corporate workstation. And also you will see that user interface is user-friendly. You can navigate around the widgets, tabs, logs, and detailed profiles. Very simple. And this is a user-friendly web-based interface. And you can customize and do all necessary customization for your team, for your engineers, and work with the captured data and perform a deep analysis and data mining. I think I'm done. I'm done with the technical walkthrough. Now we can move to the Q&A session. Let's see our questions and let's discuss any scenarios. We are ready to go ahead.
If you have any questions, please feel free to type in the Q&A box. Okay, so if there are no questions, we will end this webinar now. Thank you, Zecurion. Thank you, Alexey and team for joining in. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Actually,
I mean, before we close, I'm sorry, I have one question here. So the question is, can we know the agent size and how much bandwidth it takes to update?
Artem, can you clarify regarding the agent size?
There are several ways. There are several ways to perform system updates and releases updates. We can also propose use Zecurion installer server module. This module will help to provide agent rollout, endpoint rollout for the target scope of workstations. You can push it through the system management administrator interface.
No, Artem, sorry interrupting you. The question was not about how to update. It was about how big is the agent, which is the agent size in megabytes, and how much bandwidth, I mean, which network is necessary to update those agents.
Yes, sorry, I got the yes, Alexey. I think here I can say I would say that our endpoint agent is not very huge for the system what regarding the endpoint system requirements, we just need about a couple of hundreds megabytes on drive C, in folder programs and files
on system drive.
On system drive C, program and folder of program and components. Also, you can push this agent, you can push this MCI and deploy this MCI. What about the bandwidth of network bandwidth? Our endpoint agent no, you know that endpoint agent will work how to say, will work step by step. Our endpoint engine do not require live connection and the huge bandwidth of the internet connection, because our endpoint agent will work locally and will push captured logs, data, and documents partially. I think, I don't know, 1 per 10 of 20 or 30 minutes. Here we don't need any live. We don't.
It's for operation for endpoint agent and for update of endpoint agent. So actually, based on the size, couple of hundred of megabytes, so you can define the network bandwidth. So it doesn't require. I think it wouldn't work on some old style modem like which is work over telephone lines, but for most network connection it would work. So it's a typical size, similarly to Windows updates or some other software updates. So we don't require some high-speed network connection, neither for update of the endpoint agents and not for operation of this endpoint agent. Another question, let me do some organization stuff. Another question, is the solution available on both on-prem and cloud? Actually, the software was designed as an on-prem solution. So it's designed to work in your network or in your data center. But actually, if you remember the diagram, architecture diagram and 5 server components, any component could be deployed in the cloud. So you can put this either on public cloud or on private cloud, and we checked this, we tested this, and it proven to work well. But we don't offer cloud deployment option, which means that all this cloud deployment is should be provided by the customer themselves or by the partners. We have several partners for cloud deployment. So let's discuss this in more details separately. Another question, what is the cost for this next generation DLP? Actually, regarding the pricing, please contact LOGON software for the price quote. We don't disclose our price list, but I can say you that that our solution is more cost effective comparing to major competitors. And what is more important, our solution is actually, we are much more flexible in terms of pricing. So if you have some project or some budget constraints, you can always address to LOGON software or to us and negotiate some better offer. So,
Sure.
more questions?
I think there are no more questions, and we are good to close now. I think we have one more question.
Will you share the presentation slides? Of course, Eric, we will share the slides. Rebecca and Lisa from LOGON Software will send you a follow-up letter, follow-up email, probably with the recording of this webinar. I don't know, but of course, you will have the presentation slides and data sheet and all relevant information.
I don't see any more questions. So thank you all for joining. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, the whole team of LOGON Software. And thank you, everybody, for your attention and for joining the session.
Thank you.